BBC Radio Cornwall.
Thank you, Francesca. Now, when was the last time you put on your painting overalls to paint something creative? Well, yesterday, last week maybe, never, no, if you're anything like me. Anyway, the community of Gunnislake have got together to paint a beautiful mural to brighten up the village, which they say sometimes gets a little bit forgotten about. Well, Gunnislake Community Matters have been painting walls, railings, and now a mural on the village car park wall. And our reporter Claire Rowley has been along to speak to Jane Ridstill from the newly formed Gunnislake Community Matters, and she started by asking her why she came up with the idea of a mural.
The Gunnislake Community Matters, which is a group which started in January, decided to clean up the car park because it was such a disgrace, actually. And so we painted all the walls, and there was this big wall at the end with nothing on it, crying out for something to be put on it. So we decided to do a mural.
And who did you get to do that mural for you?
Well, I asked Joe Marr, and together we thought up an idea, and then we went to the council to ask permission, and they gave it, and also said that they would finance it, which they have done.
And Joe Marsh is with us today, so it's nice to meet the artist. I have seen the mural and it looks absolutely fantastic. Tell us about the idea and just talk us through the mural.
Well, Jane kind of made it like a fait accompli and came round and said, Joe, we're doing a mural and we're going to get funding and we've got a team and everything. And I had to come up with a design. And this, we'd already talked about Gunnislake and the fact it's kind of like an overlooked gem set in a beautiful valley. And it tends to get bad press, Gunnislake, because it's a place people just drive through. But it's got loads of history. It's got all the industrial, the mining history. And it was such an important place with such a lively population. And it had famous people involved in its history, such as Turner, the artist. So being an artist and thinking that we should reference him, especially because Dorothy, our local councillor, is an expert on Turner and has written a fantastic book about him. So we came up with the idea that Turner would be painting this picture and presenting it to William, the miner, for his opinion. So the two characters in the mural are Turner at one side, large and fine, and at the other side, this rather bent, small, industrial character, which is William, all in grey, as in the statue that we've got outside the public lavatories.
You've also got his famous bridge, which is part of Gunnislake.
Yes, we've got New Bridge in, we've got the brickworks in, which was a very important piece of local industry. Also, we've got Chimney Rock, which is a sort of a pleasurable walk up in the huge forest that Gunnislake faces, and a place of courting, apparently. A lot of courting.
And did you have any help?
Oh, God, fantastic. There was me, who's very disorganised and late all the time, then Jane cracking a bullwhip, and then...
Well done, Jane.
And then...
Thank you.
A brilliant team of people whose names would be too long to list at this point, but who all were absolute stars and came and painted, including Lorna here.
Bit of a painter, are you? Bit of an artist?
Well, I can do decorating in the house, and that's the scale of what we were doing, really. You know, great big spaces that needed filling. And then Joe did all the fiddly bits to bring the characters to life, because there's some characters in it as well, not just Turner and William, but there's some local characters in there and little animals. And, it's just an absolute gem. We're thrilled with it.
I mean, it's a fantastic talking point within the community, and I can see from being in the village hall today that you've actually got, a great community spirit here. And so how are you trying to grow that?
Well, as we say, we started Gunnislake Community Matters, and the aim was to improve the environment of the village and the quality of our lives. So we started doing practical things like the car park. We've done litter picks, we've done plant stall, we've done the mural, we've got music nights that we've been having. We did a party in the street for the Queen's 90th birthday, and we're just about to do a lantern workshop next Saturday, the 19th, because we're going to have a Christmas lights procession, and the kids are going to make lanterns and process down the village for the switching on of the lights on the 10th of December. So lots of things happening, and we've got a brilliant Facebook page for our group, and it's meant that people have communicated how they feel about the village, as well as us being able to say what's going on.
You've got the big day on Saturday, the unveiling. What are you expecting to happen on that day? What have you got going on?
Well, we have a group of 4 men who are quite well known around here for their singing, and they're called The Last Watch. They will be singing, probably shanties, nothing to do with Turner, but never mind. And Then we will have tea and cakes for everybody, and we have produced some postcards for people to be able to buy, postcards of the mural itself.
Fantastic. Last word to you, Joe, as the artist. What do you hope the mural will do for the village?
Well, I think it's the first mural, as far as I know, that Gunnislake's ever had. And I think the big thing about it is that it's about making Gunnislake interesting to visitors, but especially to remind all of us that live here what a fabulous place it is, about our history, and about this kind of shared thing of the village. Because it's a big, big village, and it's quite easy in a way not to know the people at the top of the village or the bottom of the village. And because we've all passed by it and the car park's central, it kind of a great feeling of interest and unity come out of it. And that's the thing. That's what we wanted.
Well, good on all of them. I think that is absolutely fantastic. Claire Rayleigh there talking to the ladies of Gunnislake Community Matters, Jane Ridstill, Lorna Baker and the artist Joe March about that beautiful mural. Have a look at our Facebook page and you can see some photographs of that. It is facebook.com/BBC Radio Cornwall, and if you want to go along at 2:30 this afternoon, you'll be able to see the unveiling of the mural as well, and also have a cup of tea and a piece of cake. What could be nicer than that? It's now 28 minutes before 9. Here's Fayaza with us.